Hi, and welcome to Henna Happiness. We're here for your May 5th, 2015 astrological insight report. And what we have going on is first the full moon on May 3rd. And the full moon energy comes in and it's going to be in Libra, sidereal time Libra. So this moon is going to oppose the sun. That's what a full moon is. It's that simple. And that pull of the moon is what makes everybody a little crazy. The full moon opposing the sun gives this pull. And it is the time of the month that brings in the fruition of your plans. So the last 2 weeks, generally, people have been, whether you're consciously doing this or not, I like to consciously focus, oh, it's going towards the full moon. I'm going to work on my ideas and get big projects going and make the initiative towards what I want to happen. So that's my full moon strategy. And as we get to the full moon, you're going to find out that, those things that you've been building the last 2 weeks will come into a peak. And then we unwind as we go towards the new moon. So this full moon is opposing, it's basically Libra. So you leave people with sidereal time Libra, especially in the middle of the sign. So it's ruled by Swati, and Swati is a sign that deals with wind or air. It's a restless sign. So people that have their moon in Swati tend to be kind of restless and going from here to there and here to there, like social butterflies, so to speak. Its deity is Hanuman, who's based on service. So Hanuman is here to help us and guide us to, to be of service, to be of strength, and to help people. And Libra is a Venus-ruled sign that's also air. So we get a lot of social butterfly energy. We get a lot of being supportive to our friends here, and it draws us more, to be with each other. Relationships get featured. There's not like a loner full moon. But opposing that is the loner energy of Aries and the independence and the I want to go out and do it. I got this inspiration. I'm going by. The leaders are the Aries people because they got that Mars in the fire and they're going to go. So it's this friendly social energy versus the independent, I got to go do what I got to do energies that are getting pulled on. So people with anything in that axis of Aries and Libra, you always get a little bit more spice in your life when the moon comes full in your sign. So we're going to have that hot Aries energy that we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks here, in the axis of our full moon. So in a way, it might balance out all maybe the anger and the outburst and the stress that's been happening with our Mars-Sun combination that's been traveling together, and it might help us get a little bit more compassionate towards others. But this fiery Mars thing will get more intense in the next month or two because we're not over with it yet. It won't be in an Aries sign. If you've been noticing, there's a lot of impatience in the air or accidents, or you've been bumping yourself or dropping things. It's like this awkward sort of too much energy in Aries. And one thing is that in the past there's been too much energy in Aries because every year around this time of year there's a little transit of planets through Aries. But Mars is in Aries, and Saturn is in a Mars-ruled sign now since November in Scorpio. So there's a little bit more Mars energy with that Saturn in Scorpio than usual. So that when we get extra Mars energy anywhere else, it's like kind of becoming intense, okay? And so you can see this through people trying to get to the root of what's really not right anymore. So when Saturn was in Libra the last 2.5 years, we wanted equality, we wanted fairness, okay? And wherever we didn't get equality or fairness, you might find it's going to flare up. That if there's anybody being mistreated, like say that what just recently happened in Baltimore. What I feel is that that is a manifestation of Saturn and Scorpio trying to uproot and get to the cause and transform, where there is darkness, and try to bring it into the light the way that the Scorpio transformations are. So we're trying to transform this area of darkness in our culture that is a wound to our culture, and we're trying to heal it. And so hopefully the healing of this area can occur without too much Mars energy creating the violence, say, in the transformation. That the energy will be there, but sometimes it's just going to, when a lot of stuff goes into Mars planets, we might just have that uncomfortableness that is happening and manifesting in a negative way. And anyway, so the Aries planets get on their way soon. So with the start of May, we're going to have, Venus is going to go into Gemini, which is light and airy. Mars is going to transition into Taurus, and the Sun also goes into Taurus, and Mercury is going to go into Taurus. So all these together are much cooler because Taurus is a Venus-ruled sign in its Earth, and it's grounded. So it's not out for the battle as much as it is for like the pleasures. But on the other hand, when they all do meet up together by the end of May, coming up, right, the end of this month, slowly, mid-month until the end of May, Mars, Mercury, and the Sun all come together, and there's like going to be like a retrograde in there, and so that could be a little screwy. So you can always check my planetary updates, especially on my Astrology with Trudy page on Facebook. And, that's all that kind of energy that's going to come up soon. And I think I'm going to try to post it here. And you could see the dates there. So anyway, so what's coming up, that could be a very frustrating, strange time, because Saturn is going to be pulling on the three of these characters meeting up. So putting like a kind of like a block or an obstacle on it. So, it's going to be maybe hard to move ahead. There might be some frustrations and delays. But I just warn you about the difficult stuff. The good news is that Jupiter remains exalted in Cancer. So anyone that has anything in a water sign, Pisces, even the Scorpio energy is getting the graces of Jupiter right now. They're being protected by Jupiter. Jupiter is also anyone with anything in Cancer, the rising sign, any planets. Jupiter is like helping you out. Jupiter blesses and protects. So this is still going on until August, when it goes into Leo. But so, there's a lot of good things in an exalted Jupiter, because Jupiter is happy here. So things could be a lot worse in regards to all the heavy Aries energy we recently had. And even with the earthquake in Nepal, as detrimental as it was, Jupiter and the Moon were in Cancer on the rise at the time of that earthquake. So you got, some strange way, two benefics that lend support at the time of the earthquake, trying to help those people out. So we might get a benefit from that earthquake of that Jupiter in that Cancer rising. Like, we're going to see their spirituality, which is what Jupiter brings. He's the guru and the teacher. So it might be a great blessing that whole, area of the world that is so highly spiritual has come to all our attention. But in the meanwhile, you can make donations. I donated through the Seva Foundation, which is an organization that actually has 2 hospital sites outside of Kathmandu. And, to give a little always makes you feel a little better. Send a prayer. Energy can become like a balm, BALM, and that can soothe an area. So your prayer gets there in the wind, and the psychic wind, and can help those people that are suffering on a subtle level. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you more. Namaste.